By systematically setting goals for your life and making detailed plans to achieve them, you will save yourself years of hard work in reaching the same level of success. Goal setting enables you to use vastly more of your thinking powers than the average person. But it is your subconscious mind that contains the great powers that can enable you to accomplish vastly more than you ever have before. It's essential that you learn to tap into these powers to motivate, stimulate, and drive you forward toward the achievement of your goals. Your subconscious mind functions best with clear goals, specific tasks, deliberate measures, and firm deadlines. As you set your goals and begin moving toward them, it's essential that you establish a series of benchmarks or measures that you can use to evaluate your progress day by day and hour by hour. The more clear and specific the measures you set, the more accurate you will be in hitting your targets on schedule. Your subconscious mind requires a forcing system composed of deadlines that you have imposed on yourself for task accomplishment and goal attainment. There are 3 keys to peak performance in achieving your goals. They are commitment, completion, and closure. When you make a firm commitment to achieve a particular goal and you put aside all excuses, it is very much like stepping on the accelerator of your subconscious mind. You will be more creative, determined, and focused than ever before. Completion is the second ingredient in peak performance. There is an enormous difference between doing 95% of the task and doing 100% of a task and doing 100% of a task. In fact, it is very common for people to work very hard up to the 90 or 95% level and then to slack off and delay the final completion of the task. This is a temptation that you must fight against. You must continually force yourself, discipline yourself to resist this natural tendency and push through to completion. Everyone wants to feel like a winner, and feeling like a winner requires that you win. You get the feeling of the winner by completing a task 100%. When you do this repeatedly, eventually you develop the habit of completing the tasks that you begin. When this habit of task completion locks in, your life will begin to improve in ways that you cannot today imagine. In fact, much of the unhappiness that people experience is because they have not been able to discipline themselves to follow through and complete an important task or responsibility. The longer you wait to get started on an assignment and the closer the deadline approaches, the greater stress you experience. It can start to keep you up at night and affect your personality, but when you finally launch into the task and push it through to completion, you feel a great sense of relief and well-being. One of the most popular movements in modern management is toward what is called the balanced scorecard. Using these scorecards, every person at every level of the business is encouraged to identify the key measures that indicate success and then to give themselves scores every day and every week in each of those key areas. Here's an important point. The very act of identifying a number or score and then paying close attention to it will cause you to improve your performance in that area. One of the most helpful actions you take in your own career is to set benchmarks and create scorecards, measures, metrics, and deadlines for every key task that you must complete on the way to one of your goals. After commitment and completion is closure. This is the difference between an open loop and a closed loop. Bringing closure to an issue in your personal or business life is absolutely essential for you to feel happy and in control of your situation. Lack of closure, unfinished business, and incomplete action of any kind are all major sources of stress, dissatisfaction, and even failure in business. Perhaps the most important ability in the world of work is dependability. In the world of work is dependability. Whatever your goals, make a list of all the tasks that you will have to accomplish in the achievement of those goals. Put a deadline on every one of those tasks. Then work every day and every hour to hit your deadlines. Measure your progress each day as you go along. Speed up or slow down where necessary. But remember, you can't hit a target. You can't hit a target you can't see. The greater clarity that you have with regard to deadlines and measures, the more you will accomplish and the faster you'll get it done. A goal or a decision without a deadline is merely a discussion. Unless you establish deadlines to which you are committed, you will end up firing blanks in life and work. The more you set and work toward deadlines, the more accurate you will become in predicting the time necessary to complete them in the future. You will then become better and better at achieving your goals and completing your tasks on schedule. Every time you've heard the question, how do you eat an elephant? And the answer is one bite at a time. This metaphor applies to achieving any big goal as well. Break your long-term goals down into annual, monthly, weekly, and even hourly goals. If you want to increase your income, you know that all income is a result of added value. Look at everything you do and then ask yourself how you could add more value so that you could be worth more than you are earning today. It's absolutely amazing how much you can accomplish if you break your tasks down into bite-sized pieces, set deadlines, and then do one thing at a time every single day. If you want to increase your hourly rate and your income, look for ways to get a little bit better at the most important things you do every single day. When you invest an extra 1 or 2 hours per day in self-improvement, the cumulative effect on your greater ability to get results can be extraordinary. If you want to become wealthy, begin to question every single expense. Set a goal to save $3, $5, or $10 per day. Put this money away in a savings account and never touch it. As your income increases, increase the amount that you save. In a few weeks, a few months, a few years, you will be out of debt and have a large amount of money put away and working for you. A few years down the road, you will be financially independent. If you read 15 minutes each evening, rather than watching television, you will complete about 15 books per year. If you read the great classics of English literature for 15 minutes each day, in 7 years, you will have read the 100 greatest books ever written. You will be one of the best educated and most erudite people of your generation. And you can achieve this just by reading 15 minutes each evening before you go to bed. If you want to be healthier, you could focus on the number of minutes per week that you exercise or the number of calories per day that you eat. If you want to be successful financially, you can focus on the amount you earn each hour or the amount that you save each month. If you want to be successful in sales, you would focus on the number of calls you make each day or the number of sales or the size of sales you make each month. If you want to be successful in your relationships, you can focus on the number of minutes that you spend face-to-face with the most important people in your life each day and each week. Your ability to set specific measures on your goals and then to keep an accurate record and track your performance each day will assure that you achieve your goals exactly when you have decided to or even before. Now, here are 3 things you can do immediately to put these ideas into action. First, determine a single measure that you can use to grade your progress and success in each area of your life. Refer to this measure daily to see how well you're doing. Second, determine the most important part of your job as it affects your income and measure your daily activities in that area every single day. Third, break every large goal down into measurable, controllable parts and then focus on accomplishing each part on a fixed deadline.